Hi guys, I had to stop for a minute because I wanted to put the camera on a tripod. I'll show you a little bit of how I do all this stuff. I'll line out one side and get it just right. Once I've got the one side done, then I have reference points that are copied from one side to the other, all up and down. Then I use this, which is made for copying moldings on trim on houses. And basically what you do is you put it on here, like that, on one of the reference points, and you push it all down to where it all makes contact along here. Then all I have to do is take the thing and flip it around and put it on the other side, and that gives me the exact contour, so I know it's exactly the same on each side. It's all a matter of taking reference points from the corner of the headlight, from the edge of the headlight, just all over the place. It's all reference points that are taken from a set point on the fairing. That's basically how it's done. Then when I get a spot like on this side where I'm just starting to work on it, I take chunks of foam. This is the kind of foam that I use. Really what this is urethane foam. Some people use a heavier weight foam, but what this actually is floral foam. This is the same stuff that florist arrangers use, and it cuts very easily. Just like that, and I can cut a piece. And then I can come into here wherever I need some more foam and just cut it to fit, like that. And I can glue it in and then sand it down to shape. But this is why I use it, is because it's so easy to work with and easy to cut, easy to farm. Then what the white is you see on here is plaster. It's regular plaster like you'd use, or joints compound like you use on drywall in your house. And best thing about that is a piece of 100 grit sandpaper. You can sand this stuff down really well. Once I get it to a stage about like this, a little bit better than this, I'll take fiberglass resin and paint it on, and that plaster is so dry and so porous it just soaks it up like a sponge. Then it gives you a surface that's really hard. At that point, I can get in there with a jitterbug and power tools and just buzz the thing down. You can use body putty on it and stuff like that, and you work on it with files and all that kind of stuff, and just progressively working with a harder surface. Best thing what I use to glue everything in place is hot glue. Use a hot glue gun. It's about the best thing to work with this foam on. I'm still waiting on Dennis to get me the ductwork for the ram air system, because that's going to determine what the location is going to be on the scoops on the side. I left this up here. This is worked into where it's completely flush all the way back. So if you don't want to run the mirrors, you can just have one screw to hold on the fairing, leave the other one off, fill in the hole, and it'll be clean. There's no marks or anything on there where the rear view mirrors go. So you got the option, you can either use them or not use them. This is a high spot right here. And I told you, Adam, about how that we're going to have to run this curved on here because of the bump on this headlight. Well, this is a high spot right here. I originally took it out and filled in this spot, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it down this line all the way down to here, which eliminates almost a ½ inch of height on that, to make it a whole lot better as far as trying to keep the curvature down. What I'll basically be doing as far as is working out the windshield on the thing is get this area completely finished. Then I can fill in, after I've made a part, then I can fill in all of this area with more foam and then sand it out and make a perfect windshield shape, and then I can take a mold off of that. That's about all I really wanted to show you. Uh, I think you got a pretty good picture of what's going on. I'm getting pretty close to the end on this. I guess that's about it for this time. So I'll see you later.